Giants. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Now, this defense for the Eagles, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll run it again with Barkley. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
But just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. Shreds him with a stiff arm. It's a Giant first down on a gain of 6. From the 50, it's Watson. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. The Giants at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they were able to get that road victory in the opener. Now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business. And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
On 3rd down, Barkley. And Barkley did not get there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. Past the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick 6 TD. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-zip. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Here's Watson. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Watson off play action. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So the completion good for 7 there, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that, and here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
It's a second down run with Sanders. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. Call it an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be third down.
On a second and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
8-yard pickup. First down, Eagles.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's first and 10. Another run here with Sanders. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
When you're lateral to the line of scrimmage, linebackers keep those shoulders square so they go up and down. But when it's time to go, turn your shoulders just like a running back. Get through the line and hit the runner in the backfield.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on third and long. To throw is Jackson. To the sideline, he's got the catch, and he kept the feet in bounds. Well done. Able to convert on 3rd and 14, a terrific play call.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down in bounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And this one is incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. An option handoff given to Sanders. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Up the middle they go with Sanders. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
Brandon, there was more on his mind there than just getting to the first down marker. Saw an opportunity to get a big play and was going to let the defense do a lot to stop him from getting there.
Touchdown! Dallas Goedert, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Eagles go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. And some room to maneuver. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 55 rushing yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. On 1st and 10, Watson. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. In motion goes the tight end. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. He's got his man downfield. It's Robinson. Touchdown, Giants. Wan'Dale Robinson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants have got it back to within a score. Extra point try good by Gano. And that'll make our score 14-7. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. They go play action with Jackson. Airing it out deep for Smith. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. A big play there for Philly. 57 yards. Well, for all the deserved accolades Lamar Jackson gets for his running prowess, his deep ball, it's really a thing to behold as well.
And how about how he improvised right there, because he got flushed out of the pocket, locked eyes with his wide receiver, who knew to just keep running. And he was able to lay that one out there for him to run under.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the 2nd quarter, 14-7. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Once again with Sanders. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Miles Sanders, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Eagles go up by 2 touchdowns. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again is Watson. And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Faking the give. Now Watson. He'll buy some time right. Across the middle, he finds Robinson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on 3rd down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a 1st down.
Watson on 1st down. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Again, it's Watson. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Watson. He finds his man. It's Robinson. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they can be set up with a 1st and goal.
To the air yet again, Watson. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Darius Slayton as the first half is winding down. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Gano the extra point, and they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This fielded right at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining and not much time, we'll see how they play this. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead now, a chance to expand upon that lead here. Drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them too.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Jackson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Barkley is into the end zone. Touchdown, Giants. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They'll need to regroup after the costly interception last time. It led to a tying touchdown. 21-all is where we stand, and they've got it 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Jackson's throw complete there to Smith. Finding room at midfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's a gain of 35.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just have receivers find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
60 yards on the ground for him so far.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Play action. It's Jackson. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 28. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Play action. Now Jackson. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
They run with Sanders off the option. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Touchdown, Philadelphia. That run going to put him over 100 yards now for the ball game as well.
Yeah, he's really had his way so far, and that's just more of the same right here. All he needs, just a little crease, and off he goes.
Elliott good with a PAT, and they will take a 7-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
And they'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. 2nd down, here's Barkley again. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 13 yards, good for a Giant 1st down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Rolling to his right. He's going deep for Brown. It got his man complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Only took him 3 plays, and they're already in the red zone, just like that.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure's good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A first down carry for Barkley. They moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one. Gosh, when you've got Deshaun Watson, Charles, executing a run-pass option, that puts the defense in a tough spot, does it not?
It does, and what I liked is that you called me this week, watching your own video, your own tape, and you said, I think the runner's going to pop a few this week because of what we've seen from Deshaun Watson. His ability to get to the corner, that's where the focus will go.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
Barkley will try to punch it in. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Here's Barkley. Yeah, boy, a good surge defensively. It'll depend on the mark, but I'm not sure he got there. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
Now on 4th and inches, they're going to want to talk this over. We get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Here's Watson on the sneak, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Deshaun Watson, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 9 on the season. And the Giants have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point try good by Gano. And we are all tied at 28. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. Taken at the goal line. The lane opens here. He's past the 30, the 40, 20. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Watson to Barkley on the check down. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
On first down, it's Watson. Flush to his right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted. And if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Off of play action, it's Watson. Flushed out right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, no surprise there. He was looking for one of his favorite targets again as soon as he left the pocket. But the coverage was good downfield. They got right to the receiver and helped prevent that completion.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw, Watson. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's Nakobe Dean with a pick. And the Eagles are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Jackson's throw here taken in as he's able to find Goddard. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. He was brought down there by Julian Love. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop?
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Giants are right back in this football game.
A seismic shift in momentum here in the fourth quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this fourth quarter deficit. This series could very well determine our outcome. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. It's a big-time play there for the G-Men. And even 60 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside. And he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on first and goal. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score one touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
From the 2 now, second and goal. Barkley again. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. From deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. 111 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Second down, back to Sanders. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. They'll go again with Sanders. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That good for 19 and a first down. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
An option handoff given to Sanders. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
Brings up second and 12 at the 50-yard line.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Party, you gotta like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
very outer edge of field goal range. It would be 56 yards if they got nothing here on third down. Jackson to throw. And he's got his man. It's the tight end Goddard. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 20-yard line. Defense was thinking run, and they're dealt a pass of just under 20 yards. They go back to the ground with Sanders. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
All right, my man, this is now where it's risk-reward. Because on defense, you've got to crowd the line of scrimmage. You've got to get into all the gaps, get up tight on everyone, and try and force the field goal attempt here. You can't let them break one big, but you know something, when you crowd the line of scrimmage, if they do pop one, it's going to go away.
Yeah, as I said, could take it to the house, but the magnitude of this possible upcoming field goal, every yard counts. Second down, back to Sanders. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on third down. Here's Jackson. And that's going to be caught. Touchdown. And they've broken our tie here in the final minute. Elliott on for the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now.
Makes the score Eagles 42, Giants 35.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Their catch, 25 yard line. The Giants make over first down again. Their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So
on a bad time late for a poor throw. It's intercepted. Picked off by Caleb Farley. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. Agreed, that's twice now in this fourth quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
Throwing now is Jackson. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better, and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
And we'll see if they go back to base. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Caleb Farley. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Philadelphia, it's a dream start. 2 wins in 2 early road games. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up to Orchard Park to take